Hi, Knox family. We are Brian and Belinda Isaac, and we have been funded and supported by your church for 20,
Wow,
21
21
years.
years.
We're getting a little old. So currently we're in the United States unexpectedly. We went to Florida to meet with our two adult children, Micah. Micah's 23 and he's in Michigan, and Michaela's 21 and she's a junior at Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. And while we were there, some of us got COVID. And then, if many of you probably saw uprising in Kazakhstan, which closed down the airport, we were unable to return. So we drove to my parents in South Dakota, and we've been waiting it out here. And Lord willing, we will fly back tomorrow.
So we just thought we would give you an update of where we've been. As you know, things have been kind of turned upside down, or a lot of unknowns over the last year and a half, almost 2 years now, with the COVID pandemic. And so it's been the same in Kazakhstan. A lot of insecurities, a lot of quarantines, restrictions, things that are complex to go into detail, but you can imagine with things that have been going on in your lives as well as what goes on around the world. So with that, it's brought a lot of difficulties, limited of internet access, and the ability just to get information out. A lot more security concerns over especially the last couple months. So this is a great opportunity for us to be able to share some of what's been going on. And so we just thought we'd give a quick update.
So a little bit of what we are doing now. I am teaching at an international school. I teach English to junior high and high school students. Many, not all, but many of them are Korean. Some of the Korean families used to work in China. Some worked with the Uyghur population there. You probably heard about the Uyghurs being persecuted by the Chinese. So their parents have gotten kicked out of China and they've relocated to Kazakhstan, but their children who speak Korean and Chinese now are forced to choose, are you going to learn Russian? Are you going to learn Kazakh? Or are you going to go to an English school? So these missionary kids are now coming to our school and learning their third language, and I am helping them so they can get up to their grade level, so they can succeed, because all the classes at the international school are taught in English. It's been a great ministry. It really uses my skills. I love my students. Many of them are struggling in their faith, wanting to know, is it really mine, or do I just call myself a Christian because my parents are missionaries? And so it's a great way for me to feed into their lives. So I love it.
Yeah, it's really cool to see the students growing. And yeah, it is a challenge. And so meeting them at this time when, whether they're in elementary, middle school, or high school, these are very formative years. And so giving them that opportunity to improving their English and giving them confidence is huge for their development. As Belinda said, I've taken on a new team. It's the purpose of the team is leadership development. And so we have a bunch of short-term members, singles and couples, arrive who are committed to 2 years of leadership development before they choose a team and go on to further ministry. So it's been fun to get to know them and work with them in this aspect. At the same time, I've taken on 2 different positions on the board at the school, the international school, vice chairman of the board, as well as the financial officer, just to help out and understand what really goes on in the school, help envision for the school, short-term and long-term vision, as well as getting to know more of the ministries that are going on down in this southern part of the city as we've moved to the southern part. So this is an area that's new for us, but a population of almost 3 million people. So there's a lot of opportunities. In doing that, at the same time, I've been able to continue with teaching English. Because of the pandemic, my English I generally teach online through Zoom. And so a big prayer request is good internet. We've had to move, and our internet is awful. So I've had to reduce some of my opportunities, not be able to take on some new students just because the internet's too bad, too poor. But we've been able to meet some new people, and there's like another family that you've read about in our newsletters doing ministry out in villages, providing coal for heat, as well as 1 month's supply of staples of food to single parents, poorer families that are really, really struggling. And so partnering with this other family, the Barnabas family, has been wonderful, seeing that despite sometimes our inability to get out because of the pandemic and the restrictions, they're able to get out and still meet the needs and bless other families because they are very bold in sharing the gospel with everyone. And one woman commented and said, just last night, I prayed that if God exists, please send help. And then the Barnabas family showed up the next day. And she went around the village telling, God is real, God is real, God is real. You need to learn more about Jesus Christ. And so it's really, really cool.
We know that this has exceeded your time limit, so we're going to wrap it up. We love you. Prayer requests, please pray for the country of Kazakhstan right now. It is still under some turmoil. Before you get this, on Wednesday the 19th, demonstrations are scheduled, so we're hoping they are peaceful. We thank you so much for your prayers and your support, and hopefully in the not too distant future we can meet face to face. Love you.
Love you guys. Thank you. Bye.